Canadian wine lovers, welcome. It's Wednesday. Beautiful day in the Okanagan, but today we're going to talk 20 Mile Bench and Taw's Winery. We're also going to talk about the Pan-Canadian Masterclass. I have a bunch of surprise guests coming in, so stay tuned. We'll be right back with you. Woohoo! Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, everyone across the country, welcome, welcome. I hope everyone is having a good week. It's Wednesday, it's 5 o'clock BC. It is 8 o'clock Eastern time zone. That's mean it's time to crack open a good bottle of Canadian wine. Sit back, relax, and I'll entertain you for the next hour. First and foremost, I'm running solo today. I'm on my own, but now I need to get rid of that stickers right here on my screen. So working on it as we speak. And at the same time, we're going to introduce a little bit of what we are going to talk about today. I mean, we have a heck of a winery who's just getting launched at the very moment. There you go. Boom. That sticker's out. Darn. Looks like I know what I'm doing. Running solo. That's the way it should be. See, beautiful backdrop. I'm just enjoying life here. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 12 bottles of wine in front of me. I'm up for a really, really, really good show. Okay. So we just sent an email an hour ago, 45 minutes ago, announcing our new winery this week. That's going to run for the next 7 days, just until we leave for Niagara to host the Pan-Canadian Masterclass weekend next weekend, not this upcoming one. So running until we leave. Taw's Winery from the 20 Mile Bench in Niagara, Niagara Benchland. I mean, when we talk about a rock solid, when we talk about a pioneer, when we talk about a winery who's built the reputation of the Niagara region on the world stage, one of the very first to be on the international stage was Taw's Winery. And here we are for the very first time, the very first times in 5 years since the inception of Carl's Wine Club, we are featuring Taw's. So thank you to Daniel Lafleur, awesome guy, the sales director at Taw's Winery, for connecting. We met in Montreal last year in November at La Grande Dégustation on the Old Port. There was 40 producer from Ontario present at La Grande Dégustation. I was there working with Dave Brennan at Dobbin Estate. We were talking about the Dobbin, but there was also Shiraz Malevoire. Also, Danielle was there representing Taw's. We connected there, and here we are in June. So what? 7, 8 months later, couple dozens of samples later, tasting Redstones, tasting Taw's. Here we are. We have 9 bottles of Taw's Winery featured this week, and we have 3 gold medal, 1 in the making, 3 collector's items. Absolutely crazy selection. The fun part with Taw's, I mean, this is a highly rated feature. Sky high, 94, 93 plus, 93 plus, 93, 92 plus. Like, these wines are absolutely off the freaking chart. Some are single vineyards, some are regional, some are single block. Some have spent 16 years on lease before release. And I'm not joking. I mean, when Danielle uh approached me. I had the full box of samples, and I had like all my selection was done. And he called me up and he said, "I think I forgot about something. We're just releasing a brand new special release. I wanted to know if maybe your club member will might be interested." I said, "Well, what it is?" He's like, "Carl, it's something a little old." I'm like, "Well, you know what? I mean, we love library release." He's like, "No, it's never been released." I said, "What do you mean?" "Yeah, we have a 2011 vintage St. David's Blanc de Blanc, traditional method that we have disgorged 1,000 bottles, and would like to know if your club will be one of the first to try." I was one of the privileged to taste that, one of the very first. And I'll tell you one thing, this is really freaking cool. 16 years on its lease, 16 years. So when we talk about complexity, depth, layer, purity of flavors and all that, this is an absolute beauty. Cheers to that. Cheers to Mira, who's missing the show tonight. She's working on bigger project at the moment. She's gonna be back. She's gonna be in Niagara with us next week, refreshed, ready to pounce, ready to rock, ready to party with you guys. This week she's working on some major project at the moment. So yeah, I'm running solo. I'm gonna have a couple special guests tuning in a few minutes. But first, I need a sip of like, it's not like, I mean, back in my international wine career, there was a time where I spent lots of my time tasting champagne. I had Ooh, okay, not this. I spent talking to myself here. Sorry, my other phone just came in, and it's me on the phone. Wow. Uh, so tasting champagne, small grower, big houses, but 16 years on its lease before release. I mean, this is just like some of the very top producer in champagne. So Maury Taz and his team at Taz Winery did it the right way. This is absolutely fantastic. So cheers to that. Cheers to Mira. Cheers to everyone who are listening, everyone who's tuning in today. I want to know what's in your glass. Me, 2011, St. David's Block, Chardonnay, Blanc de Blanc, almost bone dry. This is zippy linear. Mm, mm. Nice minerality, nice saltiness, nice baked croissant, pear, apple, mouth-watering acidity. This is, I mean, if you're someone who likes bubbles, if you're someone who likes champagne, at this level for $55, I mean, it's not cheap. Don't make me wrong. I'm not saying that $55 is a cheap bottle of wine. It's sure not, but it's definitely very, very, very well worth it. So yeah, wow. Oops, got these glasses here. This is not my regular glasses, by the way, so I don't have. There you go. Someone's in the back showing the comments. So I guess that I have some technical support behind here. So that's pretty cool. And here I have Rob Amersley in the green room. Is going to join us in a few minute time. Oh, I just gave up who's joining us. Our mystery guest I just did. Oh my God. Because we're going to talk Pan-Canadian a little later on. But okay. Let me recap first and foremost before I bring Rob in. Let me recap a little bit what we have selected for you in terms of Taw's offering. Because 6 bottles, $175 all in tax and deposit for 6 bottles. We have the 2023 Gamay Pinot Noir and Cab Merlot Rosé. Crisp, fruity, This is a patio pounder. This is a crowd pleaser. This has a tiny bit of sweetness, natural sweetness. It's not candied. It's not something sweet and heavy, but it's something that everyone who likes to drink something cold and good during the summer will love that. $22 all in. This is an absolute blast. I love that. We had a good fun tasting that. Rob Amersley and I, it was on Saturday night, I believe, Saturday or Sunday night. He came over. We had and this is a really good rosé, crowd pleaser for everybody, for the dinner table, for the patio in the afternoon, everything. So we have that. We have a 92 points Riesling at 22.15. This is it gold medal? No, I think this one is silver medal. Organic and biodynamic from a single block on the 20-mile ridge limestone, 20-mile bench. This is textbook. Pinpoint Riesling, a can't miss Riesling. When you get your nose in the glass, it smells like Riesling. It screams Riesling. It smells Riesling. It texture like a Riesling. Sweet, is it? It's a great balance between acid and sweetness. 18 grams of residual sugar, that can be perceived as high, but with the level of acid of that single block Riesling from the 20-mile bench, it's so well balanced. To me, high acid, decent amount of sweetness is a sexy wine. It takes a winemaker with balls to be like you're not scared to make something sweet because you know that you have the right acid in the grape that's going to sustain that level of sweetness. And it's exactly what happened with that wine. $22 all in. This should be purchased by the case itself. I mean, like I said, the wow Mira did the wow score, the ratio price versus score. I can't remember what wow was standing for. Worth over score, worth over price, worth over. Anyway, the wow score, our wow score, it's something we just did a couple of weeks ago when we were sitting on Vancouver Island brainstorming about the future, getting excited about. So I kind of like Mira and I just like put that equation, that math together, and say, hey, if we do the score, the price divided by the score, it's going to give you a number, and each wine, that's relative, right? So $22, 92 point. This wine, absolutely blow it out of the water. This is such a freaking good wine. Del Cado says, having a great week at my mom's in Ontario. And Clausen, whoops. I miss here. It's hard to see the comments, but 2022 Vineyard Cuvée Pinot from Shard from Clausen Cheese from Dale Cado. Yes, Dale, I saw you're doing your tour, your yearly tour in the eastern part of the country, so that's really cool. Rob is having a Pilsner, and Rob, don't go anywhere. I'm bringing you in a few minutes. Now, after that Riesling, so we have the Rosé, we have the Riesling, we have the Quarry Road Chardonnay 2021 vintage. This vintage is a gold medal wine line at the 2023 National Wine Line competition, gold medal, top of the line. I give it a 93 plus point. This wine has precision. This wine has so much more in front of him. Is just getting started, but there's that typical 20-mile bench, but there's also ton of tension and nerve and energy. I loved also the finish with the pulse. I love a Chard when it's pulsing on the finish. It's a little bit more Chablis style, I would say. This is a complete wine, super complete. This is not the plush, creamy wine. There's still 12 months in oak. So yes, and there's that little nuttiness of a toasted oak who's coming up right out of the gate, that which I really like. But there's also that tension and pulse that I'm used to. I remember from a Chablis Cru. Really wonderful. $37, a little bit more up there in terms of price, but 93 plus points. I was just on the verge of the 94. So stunning Chardonnay. And again, that 2021 is just getting started. Just getting started. Here, I'm just trying to see if I can see more comments. Good. So now that's for the 3 cold wine. Let's put it that way. We have the Rosé, the Chardonnay, and the Riesling. And in terms of red, in that red pack, there's one wine that I want to talk before I jump with Rob, and we'll finish the collector item at the end. That 2020 vintage Cab Merlot, $23, $23.15 to be precise. $23.15 for a gold medal wine line. I gave it 92 plus points, a wow score of 397 or something like that. This is sky high, right up there. It's 2020 vintage. It's bold, it's rich, it's concentrated. There's a lot going on, like layers and everything. At $23, this wine is priming at the moment. In its prime. For the next 18 months, this is another buy the case purchase. Tell you something. Like, I mean, this, you have a party at home before or after the big, like when you want to get fancy and you don't want to break the blow off your cellar door, like, so that you can serve that and you will impress people. This blind taste, this is easy. I put $35 blind taste, $23.15. I opened that bottle last Saturday. It's still absolutely rocking. Absolutely rocking. Red cherry. This is 46 Cab Sauv, 44 Cab Franc, and a good 10 of Merlot. So Sauv dominant, Franc, and a splash of Merlot to round up the edges. I mean, $23. This is in the running for the top value wine of the year. We have that, and we have 2 growers blend. So it's a little series from Taz where it's not 100% estate fruit. They do half of their estate fruit and half of fruit sourced from trusted growers from all over the Niagara Peninsula. $30 wines, the Grower Series Cap Franc and the Grower Series Pinot Noir, 91 and 90 points. So in the Discovery Pack, you have a 93 plus Chardonnay, a 92 plus Riesling, a 90 point Rosé, 90 point Pinot, and 91 point Cap Franc. Outstanding 175, and I have 3 Rockstar collector item that we're gonna talk after. We'll already talk about the 2011 St. David's block. I also have a 94 points exclusive pre-release. This wine is not available anywhere in the country, not even at the winery tasting room, not even on the winery website. This is available only this week at Carl's Wine Club, with the offer at Carl's Wine Club. Exclusive 94 points. This wine will win a gold or a platinum medal. I can tell you just that. I wrote it in my notes. This is too good to not win a gold or a platinum. Incredible finesse, incredible flavor definition for a single vineyard Pinot Noir. This is truly Niagara. Absolutely outstanding. There's this one. There's a St. David's Block, and there's Taw's Meritage, 93 plus points. This is 44 Merlot, 35 Cap Franc, 21 Cap Sauv. Phew, really, this is 2020 vintage. Bold, rich, complex, but balanced. 13.5% alcohol. They never made some big over extracted wine at Taw's. So this is our 9 bottles. I mean, we have 3 collectors, 6 affordable, very well rounded, all over 90 points, a bunch right around the 94. So incredible. Now, let me bring our buddy, our friend at Black Market. I also have someone else in here. Yeah. Keith Dyer from Clausen Chase is already, in the room. Jesus Christ, that's going to be fun. Woohoo. Guys, how's it going?
Good. You?
Ah, man, I'm rocking. You see the backdrop?
Hi, guys. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Keith.
Rob, how
How's
are
it
you,
going,
man?
Good. Good. I'm tired, but I'm good.
You're tired, so spend the day in the vineyard, I guess?
Yeah. Getting the last finishing touches on our new planting.
So, I mean, it's a good time to talk about Pinot Noir. We have a friend from Prince Edward County with us, a guy who, as you know, knows a lot about Pinot Noir. Keith Dyer from Clausen Chase right there. So, Keith, scoop for you. Rob is planting a Pinot Noir vineyard in Caledon. So, Rob, tell us where you're at with the new project, planting Pinot in Caledon in the Okanagan Valley.
This is going to be awesome in a few years. I mean, it's awesome right now, but once it starts producing fruit, it's going to be killer. It's a small plot, just probably about 500 meters down the road from us, just around the corner. And it was an organic market garden for quite a few years before we took over the property. We had to take out about a 55-year-old apricot orchard, and then the rest of the land was just fallow. So it hasn't been used for anything in quite some time. And it's right up on the bluff overlooking Skaha Lake, a little bit closer to the water than we are here by one bench. Perfect site for Pinot Noir. East facing, nice aspect towards the lake. So great flow of air, good drainage. It's going to be stunning. And we planted 3 clones there. We did 777, 115, and Pomard. And then the 777 we split across 2 different rootstocks because different soil structures within the block. So that all got planted 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago. And today we just finished getting all the stakes and cartons on, and got to tension some wires still, but she's in the ground.
Yeah, it's awesome. Keith. Okay, Keith. So great to see you, my man. I mean, we've been in touch over the phone a few times over the winter. You graciously offer all of the help possible for the Pan-Canadian. You're back in the lineup. I told you, you're not going to get rid of us that quick and easy. So you're part of the 2 event this year. So we're blessed to have you. Keith, how about you tell us, and that we have people who are listening to the show right now. They are in Prince Edward County, and they're tasting your 22 Chardonnay, the Vineyard Cuvée right now. Just so you know, I saw that in the comments. How's the vineyard looking right now? How's the vineyard looking right now at Clausen Chase?
We're good. We're good. It's been a cool, wet year out here. Apparently, completely different than what's been going on out in BC, where it's been hot and dry for an extended period of time. So we just had kind of our first weekend of summer on Saturday, but things are good. We're moving along. As somebody asked me today, where are you at? I said I'll let you know in 2 weeks if we're flowering in 2 weeks, then we're right on track to where we should be, and if we're not, then we're delayed because Mother Nature and the plants always dictate what they're going to do.
I mean, you don't have a whole lot to say about that, right? You roll with the punch and you just do what Mother Nature tells you what to do, right?
Absolutely.
Hey guys,
Yeah, we're well into flowering here. We have been for at least a week in our vineyards, longer than that the further south you go. So we're probably a little earlier than normal. The scary thing is it's really hot right now. We're, mid to high 30s, which is,
Wow.
It's good for accumulating heat, but not so good for my little babies I just stuck in the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're just planting right now. Actually, it's kind of funny. It's going to be fun because in 5 years I'll be able to try Rob's Pomard 91 versus my Pomard 91 because we're planting Pomard 91 right now.
Awesome.
Oh, that is cool. Now, okay. Now I can see it in 5 years from now, guys. Carl's Wine Club will be turning 10 because we're turning 5 this year.
That's crazy.
So, whoa, wait a minute. This year we just did a blend of Cab Franc of 2 different clone. In 5 years for year 10, we might have a 91 Pomard from 2 different regions of Canada.
That'd be cool.
I mean,
That'd
if
be awesome.
someone can write that down, I mean, that can be pretty cool. And I'm gonna play that clip. And yeah. Anyway. Okay, something's pretty cool is coming up, guys, and that's why we're all here talking about it. I can't believe it's now what, like a week, guys. It's a week. It's a week tomorrow. I mean, oh my God, I feel like, yeah, we're here. We're here a week tomorrow. It's the Pan-Canadian Masterclass happening. My flight is on Wednesday night. I know that Keith is driving on Thursday morning to Niagara. Rob, you're flying out on Wednesday night, I believe, too. We're all converging to Bellaterra Winery. Marcel was supposed to wanted to be with us tonight, but he couldn't. He had a coaching duty on soccer tonight. He couldn't join us. But we're going to gather at Bellaterra for the welcome reception in a week and a day from now with 15 wine stations from all over the country around the pond and hosting 100 wine enthusiasts from all over Niagara and Canada. So that's coming up, guys.
It's going to be great.
It's awesome.
It's going to be
It's
awesome.
phenomenal.
So, Keith, which wine are you bringing for the welcome reception? I think we're talking about some Pinot Gris for you.
We are, yeah. We're going to bring a small lot Pinot Gris that's on our Ridge Vineyard, which is up by our production facility that I planted back in 2016. Yeah, it's the wine I love to drink every day. I never get sick and tired of drinking Pinot Gris. It's a complex wine. It's got lots of body, lots of weight, lots of balance, lots of finesse, lots of elegance, lots of acid, lots of fruit. But it's not overcomplicated. No oak in it. It's a fun wine, and it's kind of funny. It's the wine I start every wine tasting with. If I'm going to taste barrels, or if I'm going to do a seminar, or I'm going to do something, I always have a splash of the Pinot Gris to kind of cleanse my mouth and get it ready for whatever's coming next. So I love Pinot Gris. I think it's an amazing grape, and it shows its distinctness just so well to that site. So I'm happy to share it. I really, really, truly am.
We're really excited to kick off our weekend with a Pinot Gris, but also Rob is bringing with him, I think, a wine who's not released just yet. Is it true, Rob?
It just got released, yeah. We sent it out to Wine Club last month, and then we just started pouring it in the tasting room in June.
And what is it?
It's our Signature Series 2023 Chardonnay.
Nice.
Yeah. Second vintage for me. The 22 was my first cut at making Chardonnay. So this is round 2. A little bit more typical, I think, or maybe more expected for what you would think if you've got a Chardonnay. 18 months in barrel, same as the first year. Nice sort of frame of oak and beautiful fruit. A little bit more body, a little bit more weight than last year, but we'll get to taste that one on Thursday night.
I am thrilled. I cannot wait. We had Richard De Silva is probably just like you guys, really busy in the vineyard because he's going to be traveling with us. So Richard is bringing with him his brand new release, 2023 Chenin Blanc. So we have Chenin, Chardonnay, Pinot Gris from the 3 of you guys. I mean, that Chenin is a stunning. It's always one of a one of my favorite as well. So it's going to be really, really fun. Clos du Soleil from the Similkameen Valley are I've sent their blend of Semillon and Sauvignon Blanc. So we're gonna have another completely different style of wine there. There's that. We have our friend Shea Code at Code Wine here in Okanagan Fall, who have sent his 2022 Cuvée Pinot Noir. So we're gonna have a straight Pinot Noir from Okanagan Falls as well. Okanagan, Haywire, Okanagan Crush Pad, I've sent some Magnum of 2015 sparkling traditional method. So these are some of our BC wine who are going to be featured in Ontario, in Niagara on the lake. So all stuff that people from Niagara have never seen before, unless you are a wine club member of yours, guys, and you already got your first shipment, something like that. But wines that are not available in Ontario. So really, really cool. I know that Marcel is planning to do a few wines. Fred DiProfrio, well-acclaimed winemaker at Bellaterra, who also has his own line. Fred's going to do a couple wines as well. So Fred is excited to see us. There's that. We're going to also have a field blend, Pet Nat from Trail Estate, neighbor of you, Keith, in Prince Edward County. So Trail, Mackenzie Brisebois, the winemaker, will be making the trip for the weekend. And we're going to have a nice Field of Dream, little aromatic blend to kick off the welcome reception. Fair Rocks are doing some stuff. I have Adam Kern as well at Kern & Co. Suan's going to have a wine in there. So we have over 15 wines at the pond. So it's going to be a heck of a party on Thursday night.
So is everyone set up around the pond?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
cool.
Yeah, so we're going to be about, not necessarily around the pond, but at the pond. I think Marcel is planning to put some barrels. So each and every winery is going to have their own barrels. And people are going to walk around and just get some pour from everybody. And so that's a little bit of the kind of the casual type of atmosphere that we wanted to bring to start, because it's going to get geeky over the weekend. It's going to get pretty deep into details, into geekiness. So we wanted to start the whole weekend a little bit more laid back. We have a Marcel source, one of the cater there. We're going to have, every guest going to have half a rack of ribs to eat around the pond. So I can't wait for that. And yeah, it's gonna be casual, but in the meantime, a great way for wine lovers to meet with industry people and all of that. So yeah, there's that. So Friday, guys, we're going touring, but not necessarily winery touring. We're gonna do vineyard touring. And Rob, we had the privilege to do that together the very first time we did tailgating with Brian Schmid at Vineland Estate. And Friday, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to go, it was 25 of us. Well, 25 to 30 of us. We're going to start our day tailgating with Brian at Vineland, at the Boutique Vineyard, and tasting between the vines for a couple of hours. Rob, how about you tell us a little bit about the first experience we had together at Vineland?
It's up there with one of my most memorable wine tasting experiences I've had. It was completely unexpected. I didn't really know what we were getting into when we showed up there. I had never been to Vineland before, and we had a quick little meet and greet at the winery. But then Brian loaded us up into trucks, and we went out into the vineyard, and he had a cooler and boxes of wine glasses, and we sat there and we drank wines from the blocks where they were grown. And anything we wanted to know about those wines, it was just a fountain of knowledge that it was just totally spectacular. So I'm looking forward to doing that again.
And that's funny because we did that together. But Keith, last summer, we also had a vineyard experience like that together when we went to the Similkameen Valley. I don't know if you recall that trip, Keith, but we were in the rugged Similkameen Valley with Jeff Undermark. And we tasted what? 12, 13, 14 wines in the Similk. I mean, right in the vineyard. That was pretty something else too.
Yeah.
Yeah, spectacular.
I
I
still
just
remember that 2022 Gamay
And there's
from
there's
Ryan.
nothing that beats the back. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there's nothing that beats the backdrop of where the grapes are grown. There's nothing.
Yeah.
When you're out there,
Yeah, it
you
was-
can actually see the plants and the area and the space and everything where the grapes were grown that made the wine. It's a total connection to the place.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Hey, Keith, I have a question for you. Have you run out of Syrah
Okay.
so far?
Oh God, no. No, I've been taking my time. I got a 3 liter of Black Market that I'm waiting to open for some special occasion. So
Because I was the one.
there's special wines.
I was the one who shipped all of these boxes out back at the end after the trip, and I'm like, oh my God, how many cases were labeled KT for Keith Tire, and every single bottle's in there. Okay, 95% they were all Syrahs from all over the Okanagan.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
Yeah, absolutely they were.
Is there any standout that you've tasted so far back home?
Oh, well, I haven't had any Richards yet. I'm saving those. I haven't had any of Rob's from Mount Boucherie.
Okay,
I think I've opened 2 of the Rust and Co's because I was able to purchase the horizontal of the 2020s that were made from all 4 different sites in the southern Okanagan. They're both pretty well, the 2 that we've had so far are pretty spectacular. Let's see, what else do I have? I got to remember all the wine I bought. I haven't opened any of the is it Rivers Bend?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Riverstone.
the one
Riverstone. Yeah. Riverstone. Yeah.
Riverstone.
I mean, I didn't
it.
want.
So I still have those. No, I'm saving them because you know, I was skeptical when I was out there. Like I just it's kind of funny that we're having this conversation because oh crap, now I can't remember his name. Dan Wright was just at my winery today from Unsworth Winery in Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
I said last year when I was out there, you had one of his Pinots, and I was just absolutely blown away with how much it reminded me of my own place. And so we were sitting in the garden today, tasting a couple of Pinots and talking about this. And he's kind of jealous. He's like, I planned my trip to Ontario 1 week too late. He said I would have been much better to plan it for next week, and then I could have showed up this Pan-Canadian tasting with Carl and the guys. Yeah, no, like last year as a winemaker and a wine lover, the opportunity that I had to, as I usually say, just shut up and listen to people that know a lot more about me, about what they do, was absolutely insightful. And ever since, I mean, I've always been a Canadian wine lover, but when I came back from that trip, I truly do believe that there's no reason for us to drink anything but Canadian wine. Unless you like Nebbiolo, and then sometimes somebody's going to find a site for Nebbiolo and make something close to Barbaresco and Barolo, and then I'm all in. But you know, Syrah, and I've had the opportunity because after last year I'm diatribing here, but after last year I became a wine club member for Black Market because I love what Rob does and I love his wines, and so I've had the opportunity now to dabble in some other stuff. I opened this Cab Franc and it absolutely floored me. It's nothing like the Cab Franc that we have here in Ontario, and I think that's the one thing that has been huge for me as a Canadian wine lover is that if you like that style of West Coast wine, we do that. Canada does that, and you just got to drink Canadian wine and find out which the styles are that you like from the West Coast. Because I mean, I brought back probably, well, I don't know, Carl, you packed it all up. I brought back probably 8 different wineries, Syrahs last year, and all of them were fantastic, and all of them told a different story.
Quickly, if my quick calculation was almost half a pallet, but no, not that much. But
well, wasn't that much? Wasn't that much?
Wasn't that much.
I appreciate it.
I'm just joking, but that was a heck of a weekend.
I got you. No, hey, you know.
And building on that, I mean, there was what 14 of us last year, and this year there's 15 wine in the lineup, and I just wanted to change it up a little bit. So instead of doing one wine per region around the country, I wanted this year to highlight different grape varietals, and I wanted to do varietals alongside each other from different terroir. So it's going to end up by having 3 Chardonnays side by side, one from Prince Edward County, one from Summerland in the Garnet Valley here in BC, and one from Niagara and one from Leaning Post in the Lincoln Lake Shore. So the people will be able to taste 3 Chardonnays from completely 3 different terroir across the country with the winemaker there to talk about their own terroir. So, and we're going to do that with Merlot. There's going to be 2 Merlot, 2 Pinot Noir. And the fun part for people who like Pinot Noir, wink, wink, Daryl, I'm talking to you here, Daryl Hickey, but having Keith Dyer from Prince Edward County, winemaker at Clausen Cheese, and Richard De Silva from the Naramata bench here in the Okanagan, side by side, talking about their 2022 Pinot Noir to each other. I think it's going to be something pretty interesting to listen at and to be tasting and witnessing these conversations. Rob, you're going to be presenting your Estate Merlot, your 2020 Estate Merlot, side by side with Fabian Rice at Fair Oaks, Niagara-on-the-Lake. So Caledon Merlot and Niagara-on-the-Lake Merlot, both from the 2020 vintage. How's that sounds to you guys, that new twist of concept?
I love the new format. I think it's going to be very little bit more focused, which is going to be good. And you can get into the details pretty quickly on a very specific varietal, and then move on to the next one. So I think it's a great change.
Keith, what do you think?
You had me at Merlot. No, this is awesome. I mean, but that's wine. Wine's the story of a place, right? It really is. Otherwise, it's just a beverage. So you know, it's going to be awesome to be able to sit there and listen to each winemaker tell their story, right? And yeah, and listen to everybody describe their place and how they interpret their place, because that's really what we're doing. We're interpreting the grapes that we grow in a certain area, and then telling the story through a glass of wine. That's awesome.
And I mean, pick each other's brain in front of 120 people. That will be, yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be really, really, really exciting. The Cap Franc flight, I have 3. It's Suan, it's Brian Schmid, and we have a wine from Painted Rock. So unfortunately, John Skinner cannot make it this year, can't make the trip, but we're going to have a Painted Rock Cap Franc, the Legacy non-vintage, 11 years of a Solera process that Brian Schmidt make at Vineland, and the Suan Chestnut Tree single vineyard. So 3 completely different Cap Franc. And yeah, and I mean, it just goes on and on. Like the Syrah, we have a Syrah from Lake Erie North Shore. So from all of the region, right? Lake Erie North Shore from Mouchadry Vineyard, a Syrah that I gave 94 points in January. So Melissa's coming down. We're going to have Clos du Soleil here from the Similkameen Valley. Completely different, and a Syrah from Stratus in Niagara-on-the-Lake. So it just goes on and on, different example like that. So I am super excited for that, guys. I cannot wait.
Me neither.
It's Wine Geeks Paradise.
I know, right? And Sunday, and just after like a full day of 15 different wines. After that, we're gonna have dinner and a party at the Airbnb. Sunday morning, we're all gonna wake up and we're gonna go visit Peter Gamble and Anne Sperling at their brand new project at Dobbin Estate, and they're organizing a full barrel tasting for us of their new Pinot Noir. So just like that, we're back at it, and we're going to go taste with Peter Gamble and Anne Sperling. When we're done with them, we're going to Taw's Taw's Winery. And when I told Danielle Lafleur at Taw's that we were doing barrel tasting at Dobbin, Danielle said, you know what? We're going to do barrel tasting here too. So Sunday is going to be like head in the barrel and tasting barrels and all that. So it's going to be a heck of a day. 3 days. 4 events. I mean, it's going to be a wonderful weekend, guys. So I'm super thrilled to see you all in 8 days, and it's going to be fun to party with you.
I've been kind of thinking that this is going to be a bit of a vacation, but it sounds like there's going to be no downtime whatsoever.
I don't know, but I don't know who mentioned vacation.
I'll have to take 5 days out of the vineyard.
Yeah. Hey, be careful, Brian. We might get you to work. Oh, I didn't mention that on the Friday, after we spend the morning with Brian, we're going to spend the afternoon with Ilya Senchuk at Leaning Post. So Ilya's taking us all on a tour on Friday afternoon. So Friday, it's half the day with Brian Schmidt and half the day with Ilya Senchuk. Can be worse.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
Sounds challenging. Sounds really challenging.
I told Mira.
Is there nap time in the middle?
Nah. Nap time is for the beginner, brother. Nap time's for the beginner. I told Mira, according to my calculation, we are going to taste well over 100 wine over that weekend. Well over 100 different wines.
Wow.
So, just saying, because you guys were all staying together, right? And I know that Daryl and Jim and Vicky and Mike, they all bring a bunch of different stuff from their own cellar. So at night, when we got to the B&B, I mean, thing doesn't end there. Everyone's like opening up bottles and good chance that the winemaker that we visited during the day come as well at night. And that might turn a little bit ugly, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. So, guys, as you might know, I'm running solo this week. I will have to cut it short because I have a theater commitment for my graduating 16 years old tonight, who is doing a play, and we're gonna have to head out there very shortly. But guys, hey, thank you so much for fitting in. I mean, none are as good looking as my other business, as my business partner, but I greatly appreciate your time, though.
Yes, I just want to put a quick plug in. When I came to taste those Taw's wines with you on the weekend, that 2013 sparkling is next level.
2011.
Yeah, I can't even really put into words how spectacular that wine is. Oh, look at that one. That looks familiar.
Yeah. I'm gonna plug this one. If you haven't had this Cinsault Rosé from the master winemaker in my top right corner, you buy this wine. This is amazing rosé. I have to be honest, Rob. This was absolutely jaw-droppingly good. So congratulations. Thank you so much. I'm glad I got 2 of these in my wine club a lot.
Keith, I have to add, Keith, okay? Keith, I have to add, okay? Because yes, you're right. And I was planning to do the same thing. I wanted to give a little plug to the Cinsault Rosé. No, honestly, it was my top Washington, because this is crafted in BC from the very challenging 24 vintage. Yeah. But I did a full tasting with 60 of these wines back in April. And this wine was the very top of my whole 60 wine, my highest rated. And here in BC, we have a very stingy wine reviewer who is probably the most renowned wine critics in British Columbia, Anthony Gismondi. And Gismondi doesn't give high score quite often. He gave that Cinsault Rosé 91 points.
That's good.
So if Gismondi gave that a 91 point, I gave it a 93, and I'm very, very, very comfortable with that.
Absolutely. It's really good.
Rob, well done. And Keith, I can't wait to taste your new stuff when we're out there. I'll taste your Chardonnay.
Long story. Anyway, moving along.
Yeah, exactly. But thanks for your time, guys. I really appreciate you
thank
filling
you.
in.
We see everyone in about a week, a little over a week. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Have a great one, guys.
Rob Amersley from Black Market Wine Company, owner, winemaker, and Keith Thayer, outstanding winemaker, viticulturist at Clawson Chase in Prince Edward County. You guys, thank you very much for joining me. Yeah, for everyone else who are still tuning in, this is Taw's Winery Week. We just launched it. Incredible lineup of 9 different wines, where I say there's 3 super collector item, which is like Rob was mentioning that he tasted with me, the 2011 16 years on its lees, sparkling traditional method Blanc de Blanc, so 100% Chardonnay, $55, 92 plus points. Also, the not released yet Cherry Avenue Pinot Noir, absolute rock star. When I mention rock star, that's the rock star level. It's 94 points. This wine will win a gold or a platinum medal. I tasted it. Rob and I looked at each other. We're like, holy shit. So this is Taw's at its best. And the other collector item is the Meritage, another 93 plus points. So these are the 3 collector options. And in the 6-bottle discovery pack, there's wines like a $22 Riesling, 92 plus points. There's a Cab Merlot, 92 points at $23. These are incredible value wines for a premium producer, and a Chardonnay, 93 plus points, single vineyard, Quarry Road, absolutely fantastic. So a spectacular offer with Taw's Winery this week. 9 bottles to choose from, well priced. And yeah, and we are going to go visit Taw's at the end of our Pan-Canadian weekend on the Sunday. So yeah, that was me running solo. And hope everyone enjoyed the show. Hope everyone had fun listening to Keith and Rob, who helped me to help fill in and fill some blank. It's always fun to chat with other people. So Mira's coming back very, very soon on the weekend. And we are jumping on the plane on Wednesday night to spend time with you guys in Ontario, in Niagara, for the 3rd edition of the Pan-Canadian Masterclass, who's going to be hosted at Swan Staff in the Vinemount Ridge appellation of the Niagara Escarpment. Suan has been such an incredible partner since the very beginning. We also have 2 sponsors that we want to thank you. ASL Print FX, who has been partner with us since the very first Pan-Canadian. So ASL and the team in Niagara, thank you for your support. And also Enovino, the best wine tool on the market. So guys, Marcel and Uvino, ASL, Bellaterra, who's going to be the host of our welcome reception, Sue and staff, and everyone who's going to host us as a group. I say like Leaning Post, Vineland Estate, Dobbin Estate, who else? Malivoire, Good Earth Cafe, Vineland Estate, I probably mentioned, and all of the crew, especially Suan. Thank you guys for everything. I can't wait to be with you all. I already sent a box of special wine that we had in our cellar, Mira and I. It's on its way to Ontario. So for our crew, we're going to party together and can't wait to taste all of these hundreds of wines with you all. Taw's Winery Week. Don't miss that. There's some wine that you won't see ever again. So, okay. Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, I will see you on the other side of the country next time at the Pan-Canadian. Cheers.